Mic check. All right, I think we're live, guys. I think we are live. Let me double check. Are we live? Hello? 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 I think we are live. I could be wrong. Yeah, we're live. What's going on, everybody? Here, let me give a little like here. Um, here. All right, people, welcome in. Welcome in. Let's get this rolling, shall we? Here's what we're doing. Here's what we're going to do. We are going to look at the first half of the not national championship. My bad. The Final Four game. We're going to look at that. And we're going to give our thoughts and reactions to the beginning of this game. All right, let's see a couple people trickling in here. All right, everybody. Here we go. Welcome back. Okay, here's what we're going to talk about. We got to talk about the first half and what this video is going to be. If you guys like March Madness or basketball stuff, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. So, what we're doing right now is we're going to give a reaction to what we just saw out of the Illinois and UConn. Are we buffering? Why is it buffering? Hello? Why is it buffering? Hello? Is it working? Why are we not working? Why is this not working? Is this not working? Really? Really? Alright, well, we'll just keep it here. I think it's working. It's gotta be working. I don't understand why it wouldn't. Interesting. Why would it not be working? Why would it be weird like that? Why is it being weird? Hello? Why is this being weird? Hello? This is being so stinking weird. Alright, people. Let's get into it. Let me give my thoughts and reactions to the halftime between Illinois and UConn. If you guys like basketball stuff, be sure to let me know in the chat who you guys got. Or leave a like, leave a subscribe if you guys want. Much appreciate that. Okay, let's get into my thoughts and reactions to the first half because I think for a moment there, Illinois had UConn because this game was, and I'm alluring to the drought. UConn went on a drought, which got Illinois back into this game, but it wasn't for long because we saw how the end of the half went. I mean, looking at scoring chances, where's the play-by-play? Here we go. Where's the play-by-play? Let me just show you. 2 points. There's another 2 points. Missed. There's a 3 ball. But just huge explosion. Huge explosion for the UConn Huskies there at the very end. One stat I think was really important too is you look and you see the 3 ball. Illinois was really bad. They were not being able to get good looks. They only shot 3 for 14 from the 3. I'm not going to overlook that one too much and put a huge emphasis on it because clearly if you watch the Duke versus UConn game, UConn was shooting absolutely awful till the very end where they ended up taking the win and winning it before the buzzer. Some things that I got here first is UConn was great from the 3 early. They led with about 13:30 to go left in the first, 16-9. They started out real hot from the gate. And as you can see from their 3 ball, look at that. 7 for 18 versus 3 for 14. They are taking more 3-pointers, but they're also making more. Terrace Reed has also had a pretty impressive first half. He had 11 points with his time on the court. Bench points, we got 6 points here. That's pretty. Let's see how, because so far the bench points are pretty equal with 5 and 6. We'll see how the remainder of this game goes. I'm interested to see how the remainder of it goes, um, because you know how it is. Sometimes with bench points and stuff, your biggest outlier could be, hey, someone off the bench had a huge game. What else could be something to talk about? Here we go. UConn as well in the first half went on a 10-2 run. This was real early in the first half, which is why Illinois, because there were a couple timeout breaks, whether it was media or personnel, where UConn had the lead, and then there was the timeout, and I think this timeout really kind of regrouped Illinois, because for the real time, it was probably about 15, maybe 10, 15 minutes real time, including commercials and timeouts and whatnot. But game time, UConn went on a scoring drought, and they could not buy a bucket. There were a couple missed threes. There were a couple missed layups. And all of this kind of started, this kind of run and turnaround for Illinois off of their first three-pointer. Their first three-pointer cut the score to 15-18. The deficit was only 3. But then UConn responded right away. But that basket that made it the 21-22 points, yeah, I wrote down right here, 21-15. That was it. That was their last three-pointer for a while. Because after that, Illinois started to gain some momentum. We're going to look at, let's see if it even shows team stats. It probably does. Like, where's the blocks? Assist, steals, blocks. Well, look at that. Even that, I put down 3. But it is huge, huge in favor of the Illini, 4-1. As you guys can see, yeah, there were a couple huge blocks at the rim. Who just trying to think, just like it was who was it trying to dunk? Was it? Oh, it just showed the replay. It was number 14, which in fact they might have. They do not have a video ready. They do not, unfortunately. Which actually, let's try to go around the horn one more time and let's see it. What's up? What's up, guys? Be sure to let me know in the polls who you guys got winning this game. Oh my, it doesn't even freaking show it. It doesn't even show it. Lame. There should have been a... Okay, let's go back to the box score. Go back to the box score, back to the team stats. Yeah. Illinois, they're tall guys. They're getting after it. So yeah, favors. The other thing too is the assists. This stat is... I think this one... I'd be a little bit more concerned on the assist stat rather than the 3-ball stat with Illinois, because like when they were talking about it and watching it in the first half, a lot of the looks that Illinois had and they were getting came a lot from, off ball and one-on-one matchups. There were no, versus, UConn's where everybody was passing the ball, everybody was getting the love with 9 points. Gosh, what else? Fast break points were pretty even. Points in the paint were pretty even. Last time I checked, it was 10-14. Where is points in the paint? 12-14. Yeah, pretty even. Fouls 6-8. Okay. Largest lead 10. Okay. And this is the lead that ballooned there at the... They didn't give a stat, unfortunately, at the very end of... Okay, here we go. This is to end the half. This is the run that UConn went on. Because with about 4 minutes left, well, actually, let's just do some math here. With 4 minutes left, it was 26-24. And then from there, okay, an 11-3 run in 4 minutes. That's okay, yeah, that we can do some math there. That's not too hard. Field goal percentage, pretty even. 34-41, pretty even. They're both taking kind of an even amount of shots too, 29 versus 34. This game seems pretty even. 2 turnovers. I don't know what the 2 turnovers amounted to. If they amounted to some 3 balls, I don't know, but 0 for 6. They started from the 3, 0 for 6. And I think for Illinois to stay in this game, let me wrap up some of my thoughts too, because we got to do. I might do a post game reaction, and then we might do a. I don't know. We could do a post game reaction. We could not. I don't know. But some of my thoughts are, if 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 Illinois wants to stay in this, I think got to start making some threes, obviously, and then yeah, not only that, just be able to out muscle them. Because right now, oh, let's go look at. Ooh, okay, they are out muscling them so far, 22-18. I will give them benefit on that. Steals kind of the same. I guess connect on those three balls. Because if they're connecting and making a couple threes, this thing's only 33, 34, 37. You know, it's a lot closer. We'll just see how the remainder of this game goes. I don't know. I'm still pulling for UConn, Michigan. School history 0-10 when trailing by 8+ points at the half. UConn 35-1 when leading by 8 points at the half. So history wise and stat wise, not in favor of Illinois. Not at all. But I think let's just see how this half unfolds so far. Wagler, 10 points. He leads the Illini. UConn with 12. Mullins, freshman, he leads. Rebounds, obviously we see, and then assists. But okay, the second half just started, 37-29. 20 minutes. We got 20 minutes to decide who goes and plays in the national championship. So we will end the stream there, guys. But I thank you all for watching. Be sure to hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe, guys. And I will see you in the next one.